Conservation Natural Heritage Protection Bill, third reading.
Call on Members' Order of the Day number 2.
Social Security Clothing Allowances for Orphans and Unsupported Children Amendment Bill, interrupted debate on first reading.
Members, when we were last on the Social Security Clothing Allowances for Orphans and Unsupported Children Amendment Bill, Melissa Lee had the call and has 3 minutes remaining if she wishes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Melissa Lee.
I do indeed would like to continue a little bit because as we draw close to the dinner break, I was wondering if I was once again having to break up my speech again. If I remember correctly, I was speaking in support of the Social Security Clothing Allowance for Orphans and Unsupported Children Amendment Bill, sir. And I wanted to bring a little bit of the ethnic perspective into it, and I talk specifically about my mother, who is raising my child. As a Member of Parliament, we often actually leave our homes, and as a single woman, my son, who has just turned 15, often is at home with my mother. And my mother, I sometimes joke that she has become my wife. And it is so in many ethnic communities. It is so in many ethnic communities. And I think often people have talked about the goose parents or goose mums, where they migrate to New Zealand, and often the husbands go back to their home countries because they could not get a job. And then the wives actually try and find a job here looking after the children. And when the wife does, in fact, find a job, often the young children are looked after by grandparents. And I suppose the government's recognition in this is that it is the incredible work done by family members who are raising children who have lost their children or are unable to live with their parents. At the moment, kin carers are entitled to assistance to help with the cost of raising orphaned or unsupported children. And in 2009, national insured kin carers get the same weekly amount as foster carers, which I think is excellent. Do you know, traditionally in ethnic communities, grandparents played a very big role in teaching young children about their culture, about their language, about their tradition, the family history, and they play a significant role. But the thing is that, you know, when they are lumped with the care of children that, you know, they don't necessarily have the responsibility for after they've raised their own children, they have to relearn how to be parents. I think it's a wonderful job that they're doing, and we need to support them. More than 12,000 children are being cared for by wider family members for one reason or another. And I know that we have agreed with New Zealand First MP Tracy Martin, who has introduced this bill, to look at further options within that 10 million capped fund that we've already committed to the Vulnerable Children Bill, sir. This bill, I look forward to the submission process in the Select Committee, and look forward to building on the good work that is already underway, sir. I commend this bill.
I call Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I too am pleased to rise and offer the Green Party